This is the Fifine AM8. It is a $50 microphone that has a lot of features at that price point. It also has a huge amount of flexibility because it can be used via USB to your phone, USB to your computer, and XLR too, which is crazy. Fifine, it is pronounced fine by the way, not Fifine, did send this to me for free. However, I have total freedom to say whatever I would like in this review. If you guys are watching this, you may be new to creating content or streaming, or you just want this for gaming and hanging out with the boys, but you aren't an audio expert and may not want to drop $600+ on a microphone XLR setup. So I'm gonna keep this brief and give you the info that you want. My daily driver is a SHURE SM7B with a GoXLR Mini. So we're gonna be comparing a very expensive microphone setup to entry level. Keep that in mind. Let's get to it. Let's talk about features we get for $50. This is a dynamic microphone. Dynamic microphones are typically my recommendation for gaming and streaming versus condenser microphones. A great example of a popular condenser microphone is the Blue Yeti, by the way. The reason why I would generally recommend a dynamic microphone is because of background noise. Condenser microphones are notoriously sensitive to background sounds, like say, for example, a keyboard, mouse, or controller that you might be using. Condenser mics can sound wonderful, but you have to have the right environment and knowledge to prevent unwanted noises that may turn some people off. This microphone has connections for USB, specifically USB-C. Good on you for that one, Fifine. And an XLR connection if you want to get fancy. You can use the microphone with your phone or computer via USB. I think that's super flexible and awesome. It's nice to see one item that can do so many jobs depending on your niche. It also features a 3.5mm headphone jack if you want real-time monitoring on your voice. It has a capacitive tap to mute button, a capacitive button to change the color mode, and two knobs. One knob is for gain control and the other one is for your headphone volume if you're using the built-in monitoring. Just a warning, the lights and tap to mute do not work if you are not using this microphone via USB. However, with an XLR connection, you're going to be controlling things with your mixer anyway. Oh yeah, and it comes with a stand, by the way. But how does it sound? Well, let's find out. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. My name is Revan the Nub, and this is a microphone test. Overall, I actually thought it sounded really good, especially on USB. It actually didn't sound quite as good on XLR, but that is because I didn't change any of my XLR settings. It had more of an airy, echoey vibe when it was on XLR, but I could definitely fine tune that. My SHURE SM7B, you might have heard some clicking. My mouth was just really dry when I recorded that, which was at a separate time than the rest of them. Sorry about that. When I was doing those recordings, I was talking about 6 inches away from the microphone. I was talking pretty low, not quite as excited as I am now. So my voice had a lot more natural bass to it during those recordings, but the USB version of the AM8 didn't really pick that up without filters. Whereas the SHURE SM7B pretty much sounds like my real voice, especially there you can hear the bassiness and the nasal in my voice. How is it with noise rejection though? So in comparison to my SHURE SM7B, how's it gonna do when I'm playing video games, I'm tapping on my mechanical keyboard and clicking my mouse? Well, let's just compare right here. Yeah, so the Fifine's noise rejection was good, by the way. I'm obviously not comparing it against a condenser microphone where you would hear everything. However, it wasn't nearly as good as my SHURE SM7B. I will note though that my SHURE SM7B is mounted on an arm and I did not mount the Fifine on an arm. However, I don't think it would make a huge difference. I tried to keep everything evenly spaced between the two. Facing on the Shure, the only thing that you can actually hear is me slapping my spacebar because my spacebar is a little bit loud. Build quality and aesthetics. Personally, I think this microphone looks decent even though I'm not a fan of the rounded square aesthetic. I would have preferred it to be more of a round capsule shape, but I'm just nitpicking here. I'm also not a fan of slapping lights on every device, but they are here if you want them. The body's a tad cheap feeling as it is plastic, but the matte black finish is nicely done. The knobs for gain and headphone control are wobblier than your grandma, but I would hope that you aren't adjusting these that often. The stand that comes with the microphone is hefty and nice, but the knobs that keep the microphone level basically do nothing, even when fully tight. This would definitely be an annoyance if you're moving your microphone around much, or especially if you have a heavy XLR cable plugged into it, because it's gonna pull down on that microphone. So what's my verdict? The microphone sounds pretty good. It looks pretty good, and it has a lot of flexibility. And it's all in a $50 package. I have some gripes, mainly about looks and build quality, but those are gripes all at the $50 price point. Overall, this is a great beginner microphone while you figure out what you like and don't like. I think it's perfect for progressing your audio setup. If you buy this, you can use it via USB. Then you can buy a mixer and continue to use this microphone on XLR until you can afford a more expensive microphone that you might want. Or perhaps you'll just never upgrade at all. So this microphone is Cora, my cat, approved.